Hello and welcome, Biggity, back to the pews. I am Preacher, and I'm feeling good. Dun, dun, dun. All right, boyos, we are back in the place to be, and we got some news. This is old news. But once again, it's the culmination of these things more than any one of the stories themselves. So first off, I just want to show y'all real quick, and this isn't even the full thing, but this is the last 6 months of console exclusive games dropped on PlayStation. Sword of the Sea was awesome. That's a follow-up to Journey. Ghost of Yotai, amazing follow-up to Tsushima. Dispatch was a crazy viral banger, and nobody ever mentioned that it was only on PlayStation. I thought it was weird that it was only on PlayStation, but it was for a long time, and now it's on Nintendo censored and still not coming to Xbox. Crazy. Lumines Arise. This is a GOAT joint. Like, this is a generational puzzle game type shit. Like, this is if they drop Tetris Effect again, you know what I mean? Exclusive on PlayStation. Huge. Karen got crazy buzz, and it's great. I love it. I'm almost at the top of the mountain now. Waiting on some frame rate patches though. I will say that nobody mentions the frames in this game are crazy, but waiting on that. But that literally carried me right over to Neo 3, which is like a god level, again, generational joint. 6 games in the last 6 months that are insane. And to be clear, this isn't even just the not even all the games that skipped Xbox. There's more. If you bring in the ones that aren't on Xbox, there's even fucking more, if you can believe that. But it's just about the ones that are genuinely console exclusive to PlayStation. I don't think Dispatch is launched yet, so still console. That's huge. Now, if you have a PC, more importantly, a AAA capable PC, then, I guess for these games, not so much. But in general, a AAA capable PC, you don't have to worry about these things, right? Because a lot of these games come to you. Neo 3 came to you day one. You know what I mean? Who cares? But I also, I have to just say again, I don't care about PC as a platform. You know what I mean? It doesn't appeal to me. And we have to get out of this, it's on PC so it doesn't matter thing. Because PC is for a different type of player. It really is. And they're separate markets. And we've seen over and over again that the console market is healthy and has players that want to invest in that. And the PC market is growing. You know what I mean? And has players that want to invest in that. Of course there's crossover. Of course there is. But in large part, it's still a console game. You know what I mean? People enjoy the simplicity of consoles, as do I. You know what I mean? I just enjoy the simple plug and play nature. But in the console space, in that space, it's very clear that, if you're looking for AAA games, if you're looking to have access to most of the games in good quality, you know what I mean? I don't consider a 30 FPS version of Final Fantasy VII-R in the year 2026 a good version of that game, even if it plays well. I just don't consider that. I have a ROG Ally. I'm quite sure I could play it at least 40 VRR, at least. You know what I mean? I don't consider that a good version. So if I want the kind of AAA high-end experience on a console that has the most access to highly acclaimed games, there's niggas act like I'm making this shit up. Look at it. Look at it. But that's just one. Let me not get ahead of myself. That's just one of the stories. Next, we have the financials for Yotai, which were amazing. You know what I mean? We already spoke about this, so I'm not going to harp on it too long, but it shows that the exclusive strategy definitely works. After that, on a random Thursday afternoon, we got another huge announcement The long rumored Horizon multiplayer game Hunter's Gathering. Obviously, there's controversies with that, as there are with any of these PlayStation Live Service games, but they just announced a game, and right after that, they announced February 12th, there'll be a state of play. Who announces a big game? This is a pretty big thing before a show. That's huge. And again, it's just not one of these things. It's the story that the culmination of these things tell. You know what I mean? PlayStation getting a bunch of exclusive games, a bunch of great exclusive games. You can't look at that whole table of games and say you don't care about any of them. You know what I mean? Or if you can, maybe you can. Everybody has different tastes, you know what I mean? But that's a highly acclaimed table of 6 games in the last 6 months. Great games, large quantity, short span. You know what I mean? I'm trying to break it down for you. You know what I mean? We got Yotai, which is a true exclusive, selling above Call of Duty, number 3 for the entire platform, number 10 for the entire year over just a couple months. That shows the exclusive strategy is very strong. It's plentiful and strong. You know what I mean? Then we have Hunter's Gathering, showing that PlayStation is really I think Hunter's Gathering and the State of Play kind of go together to show that they're really cooking. They got a lot to show. This is 60 minutes of straight games. First party gonna be there. And we just showed you a first party game. You know what I mean? That's big. That is very, very big, and it just shows that a lot of people, fear, myself included, Sony gets in that, arrogant Sony spot from the PS3 because they're cooking the fuck out of Xbox right now. Like, no holds barred, like real dirty type shit. So they could really kind of rest on their laurels, but in a lot of ways, it seems like they're stepping on the gas. You know what I mean? I expect big, price cuts, sales at least, for GTA. You know what I mean? Around that time, that's going to be huge. Xbox isn't doing no price cuts. They didn't do no price cuts in the goddamn holiday season. You know what I mean? I think PlayStation is really boot on the neck right now, looking to secure market domination, permanent style. Right? I think they're gunning for Nintendo. But the point isn't to box Nintendo out. Nintendo's doing something completely different. You know what I mean? They're doing something completely different. And to be fair, Xbox is going to be doing something completely different here shortly. But, they want to secure that console space. If this is kind of the last one. I've said before, if Xbox leaves the console space, someone will come to take their place. And I still think that has a good amount of chance of being true. But because the console market is so successful, Sony and Nintendo are very successful there. But, Xbox has also shown you can put in a lot of time and end up not successful. Very not successful. And be backed by the largest company in the world. So it's one of them. It might be a tough sell for somebody else to make a console, and whether they do or don't, PlayStation very clearly wants to secure their spot on the market and what it means to play on PlayStation. And I think this year easily they passed 100K. 100 million. You know what I mean? And I really do think, I said it before, but I think they could go for that PS2. I think they could go for that PS2 number. Just because, I honestly think the generation is good despite what people say. And the fact that there really is less competition than ever. Xbox kind of beefed it. So there's going to be a large market come GTA, man. A wave is coming. A wave is certainly coming. But that's going to do it for me, dog. Just wanted to it's about mapping this whole thing out. That's what everything is about, you know what I mean? Because you take one of these things or the other and none of it matters, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how it is for the entire gaming discourse thing. You might hear one thing from one guy, but this whole channel is about putting things into context. You know what I mean? The whole context for this tells the story of what's going on. And these are some very key pieces in the last 6 months that show PlayStation to be in a very, very strong position. But like I said, that's going to do it for me, dog. Hope y'all have a good one. My name is Preacher. And I do so hope to see you right back here on the pew.